I don't even know where to begin with this video other than just wow, 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 wow. This is huge. Now, you guys know me. I'm not going to oversell anything, but this is huge news. Absolutely huge news. I'm going to start by setting a foundation. It's been well documented by those who have followed me for a while and any length of time. You know this. I have said I want Cobra Kai season 6 to be the penultimate ending of that story. It doesn't mean you can't do a season 7 10 years from now when the kids are older. It doesn't mean you can't do the odd spin-off, but I think you need to wrap up this story and this mythology with the Lawrence LaRusso chapter with a nice little bow, like it's chapters of a book. However, this news is making me rethink so much because not only do I have PTSD sparking up from Sony doing this with the Spider-Man franchise and shoehorning Venom into Spider-Man 3 and the Sinister Six into TASM 2 and just everything in between. It smells like it all over again when we're about to get the ending of our show and we now have confirmation. It's not hearsay. It's been rumored or not even just not even rumored. Wrong wording. I'd say it's been more so theorized than anything that Jackie Chan is part of the Karate Kid mythology, as well as Jaden Smith. Now, this right here means that it's no more hearsay. It's no more potentially. It's canon. Like, it is officially canon as of this point going forward. And I'm very conflicted. There's parts of me that are thinking, this is freaking amazing. I love this. This is so cool. We get to see Ralph and Jackie Chan together. Oh my goodness. Wax on, wax off, jacket on, jacket off. That's cool. And then there's another part of me that thinks, and this is the creative in me, were John, Josh, and Hayden aware of this? And if so, then if they're cool with it, then I trust in them, because it's so rare. As I said on my recent live stream with the boys and the Kings of Pop Culture, and the most recent live stream we did, I said it's so rare in current mainstream media, in terms of Hollywood and movies and pop culture, to have trust in creators to the point where you don't even need to read articles. You don't even need to read up on the latest updates. You just know that whatever happens, the big three got you. It's like, I got you, bro. You're fine either way. And you know you're going to get a great season, regardless of your expectations, your theories. You know it's going to be great and it's going to slap. It's so nice to have that. And then Sony come along. And this is where I have a problem, is if they've done this, and this is just through the grapevine, this is just what I've heard. So I've only just got in from work, like literally 10 minutes ago. So I do need to read up on it. And I have an article from Entertainment Weekly, because you know me, guys, I'm all about sources. You know, if Deadline is reporting on it, then great. If the Hollywood Reporter is reporting on it, or Variety or Entertainment Weekly, think about it. But if Billy Bob's movie blog is saying it, just hit the brakes a second. But this is official news, and it's crazy. Like, this is mad. I've got an article from Entertainment Weekly, speaking of, that I'm going to go through, I'm going to read up on, and I didn't even realize I had my name down in the corner, but it's fine. I'm not going to re-record. Okay, let's pull up this article. We're going to go through this article, and also, when this video ends, there will be a live stream not long after. I'll leave a link to my live stream in the comment section. I'll pin it in the top comment, and that stream will happen in about 3 or 4 hours. And I'll probably have some of the boys jumping on as well, because this is really hot news, and this changes the entire Karate Kid mythology as we know it. And all the potential ideas of Jaden Smith showing up or Jackie Chan showing up, they're not out of the question anymore. Especially from what I've been told by my good bro RJ, is that Cobra Kai is filming in January and the movie's filming in March. You know darn well that Sony are going to set this up with either a post-credit scene or a stinger in the show. There's going to be a stinger where Mr. Han interacts with Daniel or someone. And that is going to be absolutely insane. And that also means the likelihood of a Karate Kid Part 2 featuring Jaden Smith. I wouldn't rule that out anymore either. I wouldn't even rule out spin-offs of Cobra Kai anymore. If Sony have the drive to now make this a thing, there's nothing off the table anymore. And that's great in some ways, because it's like we can see all these little fan things together. Like, it's great to see. But then on the flip side, there is the caveat of this could potentially cause a few problems and a few rifts, and I'll get into why. People are going to be very conflicted on this, and I'm telling you all that now. Right. Let's pull up this article. Let's read through it. Okay, this comes from Entertainment Weekly. Yes, Sensei! Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan to star in new Karate Kid movie. Daniel LaRusso and Mr. Han are returning to the Miyagi-verse. Now, let me get rid of this advert here. Go away. What a difference a year makes. Last fall, after Sony Pictures announced a new Karate Kid movie slated for 2024, Entertainment Weekly asked the original Karate Kid about it, and he knew absolutely nothing. I have no other information, which is legitimate. He had no other information. He went on to say that no one had contacted him about the project, adding, "I think that it will be figured out in the near future, or I may have. I have nothing to do with it." Bite your tongue, Daniel-san. Today, Sony Pictures announced that Macchio will reprise his role as Daniel LaRusso in the next film, and he'll co-star with martial arts legend Jackie Chan, reprising his role as Mr. Han from the 2010 Karate Kid reboot. Though the studio's keeping plot details under wraps, they confirmed the film will hit theaters on December 13th, 2024. Rob Lieber, Peter Rabbit will write the screenplay, and Jonathan Whistle, The End of the World, will direct. Now, before I go any further, hang on, no other casting has been announced, and the studio is currently in the midst of a global casting search to find the next Karate Kid. Hire me. Okay, before I go any further, actually, you know what? Let's just read this. There's only a paragraph left. Macchio will next be seen in the 6th and final season of Netflix's Cobra Kai, which continued Daniel LaRusso's story as he rediscovers his love, blah, blah, blah. We all know that. John, Josh, and Hayden clarified they were not involved in the new Karate Kid project, but no one can stop us for hoping some kind of big small screen crossover. Now, this is absolutely huge. Huge, 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 huge. I have a problem with that already, because if John, Josh, and Hayden are trying to fulfill a vision that wraps up Daniel's arc, you're going to carry it on. Like, you need, it's all about like quantificate, like something that is quantifiable, something that is legit, something that I would believe. If you just say to me that, okay, the Sekai Taikai, Miyagi-Do wins, Daniel can go off into the sunset, and he has a calling in a different part of the world, training a new student, and maybe he's just, you know, he's out there, he's with Mr. Han, they're teaming up. You need to make me believe that that's what you're doing. You need to earn that for me. You need to give us a real good story reason beyond, oh, it's just cool to see these two characters together. I need more than that. I need there to be an actual reason, which, again, that's what script writers are for, and storyboard people and whatever else. Like, let's not get it twisted. But I am very mixed about this, and I will be going in depth on my live stream later on, where I'm probably going to be talking about this for like 3 hours with all of you. Jump in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts. I know that everyone's going to be a little bit mixed about this. On one hand, it's awesome seeing, you know, Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio, like the Karate Kid of the 80s versus the Karate Kid teacher of, you know, the new age, coming together, like, and training a student. That's going to be so cool. And then will that open the door for Johnny to appear, or Miguel, or Robbie, or Jaden Smith? You know, will we have scenes where we have like Chung from Kung Fu Kid? I'm going to call it Kung Fu Kid just because that's what it is. Chung showing up and maybe fighting against Robbie or something. Those TikToks you see of where it's like, you know, the medium difficulty, high difficulty, like that kind of stuff. Those TikToks where they have the fights, or like Hawk fights the other Hawk kind of geezer in the Kung Fu Kid. They're not out the realm of possibility anymore. There could be a potential thing down the road. Now, do I think this will happen in season 6? I think this is stretched too far, even for Sony. But that's just me holding on to hope that they don't shoehorn Jaden Smith and Kung Fu Kid characters into Cobra Kai season 6. Let John, Josh, and Hayden fulfill their vision. But does this mean we won't ever see it? Not anymore. All bets are off. I think the likelihood is that once Cobra Kai season 6 is said and done, that's not the end. There's going to be spin-offs. There's going to probably be prequels, especially because if you're merging, and again, I have been someone that has said Cobra Kai season 6 needs to be the penultimate ending. It will be of this story. That means nothing is really off the table anymore. It really isn't. And that is a good thing in a way, because then it's like more content. We get to see the universe expanded, new characters, new stories. We can maybe have episodes where Robbie appears, or when Miguel and, you know, Dre spar, you know, stuff like that. As much as the 2010 version gets a lot of shtick because it's not technically the Karate Kid, it's the Kung Fu Kid. I actually really like the Jaden Smith version. I think it's a good film. It does follow pretty much every beat of the original movie, but I think it does have its own merits. I think its fight scenes are freaking cool. I think its soundtrack is brilliant. It's brilliantly directed, competently shot. Jackie Chan is brilliant in the role, and Jaden was great in the film, at least for me. So I think, you know, people really sort of underrate it a little bit, and, you know, very much Karate Kid purists. But for me, I've always liked it. So it has its place. The issue that I have is I don't want it being shoehorned in when it doesn't need to be. And that, again, I'm conflicted, but I rambled on long enough. I'm going to do a live stream later on talking a bit more about this. Jump in the comment section down below. I know I'm a bit all over the place in this video, but that's because this news is so huge and my mind is like wandering to like 20 different things. Jump in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts. I can probably guess some of your thoughts right now. There's 50% of you that are going to be like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. And 50% of you that are going to be like, what the is going on? What are you doing? I can already feel it now. I can already feel it now. But I will see you all in my live stream later on. Until then, may the force be with us all.